I recently got mail from the Masters of the Universe team over at Mattel. It was the Empire magazine, where they have this really cool article about the upcoming movie, written by Dan Jolin. Mattel even included this hand-lettered note, which was really kind of them to do. Thank you. As I pored over the magazine, looking at the interesting concept artworks and behind-the-scenes photos from the set, I suddenly stopped with a realization. I don't recall anyone else pointing it out, though I could be wrong. But does Adam transform into He-Man 2 times in the movie instead of 1? Let's find out. If you are new to my channel, my name is Jukka Issakainen and have been a fan ever since I was a kid, and have been very fortunate to work on the brand officially. Colored for a mini-comic, written in official Masters of the Universe books by Dark Horse, wrote an unofficial cartoon book, done research and writing for Archon board games, even got to do the Finnish voice dub for He-Man's grandfather, Miro, in the 2002 animated series. I've also contributed to the upcoming Blu-ray for the He-Man cartoon by Plyon. You can also find my interviews and articles over at the Battle Ram blog and He-Man.org websites. Now going back to the article in the Empire magazine and analysis on the He-Man movie trailer. There are shots in the film that I feel give us a clue that there might be 2 transformations. I have a longer breakdown coming for the trailer, but the magazine sparked this thought, so I wanted to share it with you guys. If you've seen my previous video about deciphering the statue names for the trailer, you know that I love making in-depth He-Man videos, so hit the subscribe button and you won't miss out on them. The trailer shows us brief glimpses of Prince Adam, played by Nicholas Galitzin, and my apologies for butchering any of the actors' names, because I haven't heard them spoken all that many times. As a young kid on Eternia, and as he got sent to Earth, where Adam is looking for a sword that he finds in a collectibles shop. Then Teela and Man-at-Arms come to pick him up to take to Eternia, played by Camila Mendes and Idris Elba respectively. Duncan looks to be wearing a trench coat here. Among many other really cool shots in the trailer, we see Adam up against Trapjaw, played by Sam C. Wilson, in a dark place with all these different platforms, where one wrong step and who knows where you would fall off to. I'm not entirely sure what this place is, though I will get to that later. Behind Trapjaw we see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. There might be someone behind Trapjaw, but at least 7 characters. Now, these might be just a bunch of Skeletor's warriors, the Skell Knights. I see one on the far left side holding what looks like a sword. Or perhaps there are some named characters among them, like Triclops. So anyway, Adam has the power sword and he looks at it in this shot before raising it above his head. In the frame behind Adam, it looks like we have Man-at-Arms and Teela. Man-at-Arms still in the outfit he possibly had as they went to pick Adam up from Earth. Since later in the movie shots from the trailer, he dons the familiar helmet and armor. While the trailer doesn't give us the dialogue from this particular scene, I am treating it as Adam saying the magic words and a whole bunch of lights flash, the lightning strikes and hits this platform. We even see characters that were behind Dracha get knocked a bit back from the magical burst hitting Adam. I remember someone online trying to claim that no, Adam does not transform in this shot, that he gets interrupted or some other reason that it just doesn't happen. But as I'm looking at the footage in the trailer, it is the same location where we see the magical power of Grayskull strike. I mean, as we see him now as He-Man, he is still standing in that same spot with the arch construction behind him, and as we hear him say, "I have the power," in the trailer. And that very cool ghostly smoky image of Grayskull during the transformation and the lovely orange flashes that are like straight from the cartoon, which I'm really digging. So okay, he's turned to He-Man, and the magazine also has this mention. The first time he becomes He-Man against the epic backdrop of a city carved from giant stalactites, which I take it to mean that we are talking about the same scene. What happens after it? We will have to wait and see the actual movie. Maybe Trapjaw gets his ass kicked royally. So then we have all these other shots in the trailer where Adam is just Adam. But now Man-at-Arms has the familiar armor, so some time has passed. In the trailer at the very end, we get one of the confrontations between Skeletor and He-Man, where they are seemingly inside Castle Grayskull, since we know the sword was held in this chamber. That concept art was shown at San Diego Comic-Con, and it's shown in the trailer a few times. This close-up shot, and here with a brief glimpse of the sorceress, played by Morena Baccarin. But let's take a look at this close-up of the power sword. The setting is that same chamber inside Grayskull, but it's Adam wielding the sword. And the magazine shows us this transformation pose with Adam, which has been circulating online for some time. So my thinking is that Adam transforms a second time and fights Skeletor with all the cool slow motion dodges and fight choreography. And if this is the case, then I, for one, am really happy. Because I've seen many doubters online make claims that the movie will have Adam transform only in the last minutes of the film. But like I showed here, I think we are getting 2 transformations, which makes me really happy. My name is Jukka, and I've got a lot more videos on my channel about Masters of the Universe, so go check them out and subscribe so I can one day reach 10,000 subscribers. Good journey.